guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my eyebrows. And as much as this hasn't really been the direction of my channel, I've gotten some requests to show how I do my eyebrows, and so because I'm open to, doing different things and doing the sorts of things that would be helpful to you guys, I thought I would show you guys how I do my eyebrows. So keep watching to see how I did my eyebrows. Okay, so this is the situation. I'm going to try to film this video without using voiceover, but I have my daughter here with me who just woke up from a nap, so you're probably going to be hearing some baby talk in the background. But anyways, this is what my eyebrows look like without anything on them. As you can see, they're barely there. I've never had a lot of eyebrow, and as much as it probably looks like I shaved them off, I'm not actually one of those people that shaves their eyebrows off. Except for this eyebrow. When I was about, I think, 4 or 5, I saw my mom shaping her eyebrow, and I decided that I wanted to do the same thing, so I actually shaved my eyebrow off, and it just never grew back fully over here. And so yeah, this is what they look like. They're barely there, and this is kind of what I have to work with, so I'm just going to get right into the tutorial. So the pencil that I use is the Eyebrow eyebrow pencil in the color medium brown. And yeah, I find that this works pretty well. It does the job. And the first thing that I like to do is draw a line at the bottom of my eyebrow, like so. So yeah, I draw a line at the bottom, and then I draw a line at the top, and this just creates the outline for me to fill my eyebrow in. So you'll notice that my bottom line goes out further than my top line. And I find that that kind of helps to make it look more natural. My eyebrows turn out pretty different, I find, every time I do them, so I think it's because I started off with not having that much eyebrows to begin with. So before I start filling them in, I like to also draw the top and bottom line on the other side, just to help me get it as even as possible throughout the process. Yeah, I find that whenever I do one side completely and then I do another side, they end up being super uneven, and then I have to spend a lot more time trying to fix them. But as the saying goes, eyebrows are supposed to be sisters and not twins, so it's not going to be perfect. But I'm going to try to get them as even as possible. So next, I actually start filling in the inside of those lines. And what I do is that I try to do strokes that best mimic actual hairs. And I start off quite dark at the tail, and then I start to do lighter strokes as I get to the center of the brow, because that helps it look more natural. This is also a good opportunity for me to thicken up the tail a little bit, because you don't want that looking super thin. And yeah, same thing on the other side. So after I've gone this, I filled it in and I've gotten a shape that I like, I go through with the brush side of my pencil, and I just like to brush it. And I find that my camera had turned off before I explained this, but when I brush it, I like to kind of brush it in a way that I'm pulling it into the center, and it kind of creates a bit of a unibrow, but you clean that up in a little bit. So now the concealer that I use to clean it up is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the color Cool Tan. And the brush that I'm going to use is this Sonia Kashuk brush. It's not the kind of brush that people typically use to clean up eyebrows with, but I quite like it. I like it better than an angle brush, because I feel like I can do more, and I don't have to do a bunch of strokes at the bottom to clean it up. I'm able to just kind of do it all in one swoop. So really the whole point of this step is to further highlight your eyebrow by cleaning up the area around it. And so that's what you see me doing here. And what it does is just, it really helps perfect your eyebrow, because let's say you had made any mistakes when you're using the pencil, this just will clean that up and just make it look perfect. And one tip that I really like to do is to go through and blend it in with my finger afterwards. So this is a really good thing to do, because it just helps it look more natural, and it gets rid of any harsh lines as well. So to clean up the top, I use the same brush, But this time I put my foundation color on it because I don't want it to be super like highlighted and bright at the top. So sometimes what happens is that it'll go a bit too, you'll start to cut into the eyebrow. If that happens, you can just go back in and clean that up. By just coloring that part back in. Okay, so obviously you're not going to leave it like this, so the final step now is to clean up this middle section, the unibrow part. And for this part, I don't use the brush that I've been using because I don't want it to be super precise, because that's when it starts to look a bit strange in the center. So instead, I'm going to use this brush that I used to apply my foundation. Sorry, not a brush, the sponge that I used to apply my foundation. And I'm just going to dab some foundation onto it, and then I'm going to go through the center with this. And that's kind of how I'm going to get rid of this little unibrow effect we have going on. That's not cute. So I like to go through with that same sponge and just keep blending around the eyebrow. If there's one tip that I really want to emphasize, it's blending. Keep blending. Blending is your friend. So after that step, you now have eyebrows that are complete and that are hopefully to your liking. I was actually quite pleased with the way that mine turned out on this particular day. Although that's not a daily occurrence, you know, some days I finish doing my eyebrows and I'm like, what in the world have I done? But I quite like the way they turned out. So here's some shots of me posing to show it off to you guys. And as awkward as these shots are, honestly, me staring into the camera and not doing anything is way worse, because trust me, I tried that too. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Now more than ever, I'd really like your feedback to know what you guys thought of this video. And because it's a brand new direction, I'd really like to know what the sorts of things that you guys want to see. So please let me know in the comments below. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you know when I post next. Thank you so much.
So the next step you want to do is actually just the last part, where it's called a contour. And what that does is that you use a small brush